Hello everyone, my name is TB and in today's video we have a look at all that happened in the Tarkov world recently. Starting with a small update Nikita wrote recently and continuing and finishing with an in-depth review of the Russian podcast which took place yesterday and showing you all the leaks the devs decided to share with us. Before I begin, quickly announcing the USEC and Bear merch campaign I started on Teespring. The logos are quote-unquote handmade and there are designs with white and black outlines just in case you prefer darker or lighter colors. There is a lot of variety at the online shop, t-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, and Teespring can deliver all over the world. It's the perfect gift for the Tarkov fan, especially now with Christmas knocking on our doors. Don't forget the old campaign, there is no leg meta, and please don't forget to use the code RED7 to get an additional 10% discount. The link to the shop is down below. Happy shopping! Going back to our video, Nikita wrote a small post on Reddit a few days ago where he stated the devs' intentions for the coming weeks or for the soon feature of the game. The work is mainly focused on smashing bugs and working on fixes which are going to be applied into the game in one or maybe two small patches before Christmas, according to Nikita. We are talking here about fixing the infinite healing bug, crashes and disconnects which tend to occur more and more often, at least for me. Map fixes, stationary weapon reworks, maybe better placing and bugs related to these weapons. He does not mention what exactly. And very exciting new clothing, weapons and gear. The devs are also working on tweaking the loot economy to reasonable and balanced values, adjusting the server infrastructure to the expanding player base and scav and AI tweaks. There will be an annual report before the end of the year, said Nikita, probably a video or another podcast, and the devs will then talk about future plans for the coming year. What would be nice here, and let me repeat this one more time, is something that I asked or suggested a long time ago. The addition or creation of a proper roadmap, where everything is listed and it's transparent for everyone. The devs can have a look at Star Citizen, for example. Star Citizen has this feature and it's awesome. It does not have to be that complex, a simple sheet will work for now. I am sure they can come up with something. Like the video if you agree, hopefully it will go up and the devs will see it, will watch it. Switching to the Russian podcast from yesterday, Nikita was accompanied by several Russian streamers, Aimlol, Flaska Nikolai, Cake and Eliada Widov Madison. Several topics have been discussed. Due to lack of time, I will only review the most important info. If you guys want to watch the full podcast, which is 2.5 hours long, then please check the link in the description, translated by Richard Nixon, who did an awesome job, by the way. So first of all, as stated before, there will be one or two more updates before the end of the year. The main goal is to fix as many things as possible and stabilize the game. But Nikita plans to add one or two more weapons and add more clothing customization. Regarding the players who are abusing the high ping, Nikita said that it is impossible to have a perfect environment with absolutely no delays. There will always be delays between Western Europe and the mother Russia, for example, but players who are trying to somehow hack and or find ways to abuse the ping by, let's just say, modifying the game files to get access to absolutely all the servers, such players will be banned, said Nikita. The guys asked about the problem some streamers have with stream snipers and maybe the addition of some method to switch servers while in the game and not from the launcher. Just to set up the context here, I saw a tweet from Shroud not too long time ago where he complained about being stream sniped all the time. I am sure this happened to a lot of other streamers as well, so I understand it's very frustrating. The guys mentioned several solutions like switching servers while in the game and not from the launcher, hiding the nickname and more stuff like that. Nikita said that he is seriously thinking on how to protect the streamers for being stream sniped, but stream sniping is definitely not bannable for now. Regarding hatchlings, Nikita said that the devs are working on how to reduce their numbers and encourage them to enter the raids with gear. A test will be done soon with removing the possibility to add barter items in the raid, removing the ability to put those items to the flea market to avoid the abuse or exploit. But here Nikita is realistic and knows how complicated this issue is. It cannot be tackled with one click, he said, and low budget runs will definitely be possible. Nikita also mentioned that abusing the game system is considered a bannable thing. So for example, if you refuel your empty canisters all the time by using the glitch and sell them at the flea market to make easy money with this abuse, then you may be banned. Proper refueling will be added in the future, something like approaching a car, said Nikita, to which I will add, why not approaching a gas station? There are plenty of them in the game, but for now, buying new canister is the only option we have. We may say here that since there is no way of refueling, why not using the bug and refueling? I mean, if you only do it for yourself, then I guess it's fine, right? What do you guys think? I don't want to mention what the bug is. I don't want to encourage it. Should we use it as a feature until the devs add proper refueling? One of the Russian streamers mentioned those websites where in-game items can be bought with real money and asked Nikita if the devs will officially add a store or website where things can be bought with real money as well. Which is a very stupid question at the first glance, but Nikita's answer is very interesting. He says he will never add microtransactions to the game. Yes, DLCs will be there, but there will be no donations or options to buy items with real money. Awesome that Nikita has such a straight view on this. I would never want to see microtransactions in the game. In the future, an EFT app will be added, at least Nikita wants to create one, where you will be able to check the flea market price for some items, get the things from the insurance and so on, but it is not known when such app will be done. Regarding skills, the abuse of these ones and some other abuses, listen to the definition of abuse from the mouth of Nikita, translated of course by Richard Nixon.
Well, what is abuse? You don't like the guys who are, leveling stress resistance by standing in the fire, or some other skills, improving other skills. Well, what is abuse? We all are not dumb people. The EFT auditory audience is pretty grown up and thinking audience. And when you get something which is giving you advantage, which allows you to level up faster than other people, and you see that it's not realistic or it's bad, and it gives you an advantage. For example, the fuel tanks are very expensive now, and you're trying to make it on like active, and you start making it actively, like trading and refueling in high mass production numbers. Then it's abuse, and then it's bad. Like, for example, there are some people who are joining customs and just hitting each other with hatchets and leveling strength and other skills. For example, if somebody didn't know about it and used it, for instance, then there's no anything bad in it. But there are people who are making it all the time, who are doing for getting money, who are doing for getting an advantage, and that's bad. And because they are breaking the game balance, and they don't report such issues. So yeah, that's serious abuse, and that's ruining the game for other players.
Now, I agree that the system is of course not perfect, and although they added the 40% boost with the filter absorber, you still need a lot of time to increase the stress resistance, for example. Here, BSG still needs to find a solution, but using some mechanics over and over again to give you an advantage is considered an abuse, an exploit. This is something I talked about 2 years ago, and I got criticized so much by some of the community members who didn't have the decency to admit that what they did was not correct. It's not about me being right or wrong, guys. It's about what is fair to do in the game and what not. And Nikita says it right here. Next time something similar happens, I will send people to this video to hear it from the COO of BSG. So those guys who promote things like this should consider not showing exploits on their streams or videos anymore. Why? Because Red7 says it's an abuse? No, Nikita said it. You have just listened it. And here I definitely agree that the devs need to find better solutions. But in the meantime, because the game is still in development, such things are considered game abuses. Nikita said that storyline and daily quests will be added in the future, not soon according to what I understood, but the plan is there. The guys talked about the skills and preventing abusing them. Cake, the streamer, mentioned putting a top or adding a restriction on how much level of skill you can do in a raid, which seems to be a cool idea for preventing the blatant abuse. Nikita answered that this is basically what they are doing, but they added some other things or some more things. Just listen to him.
We're not talking about it. I have like super suggestion in order to fix all these leveling stuff. I also think that it's abusing and stuff. So it's just idea from my head right now. You just need to make a restriction of leveling per raid. Well, basically you now suggested almost what we've done. But we've done something a little more interesting. There will be ability to regulate this leveling by some additional, mats and stuff.
I'm not sure what he means here. Does he mean that you can override that top by using one of these injectors? It's not clear for me, so what do you guys think? Regarding the literal end of the game once reaching level 40, Nikita mentioned that they plan to add another loyalty level somewhere at level 50 or 60 or so, and this one will contain a pack of elite weapon mods, and these will grant the player additional boosts for weapon mastering and skill leveling. You will be able to create legendary weapons which will give you additional experience and mastering skills, said Nikita. The issue with extraction campers was also briefly mentioned, and Nikita said that such things cannot be removed completely because it's realistic, it can happen in real life as well. And yeah, although frustrating, the player simply needs to prepare himself to extract. Let's say by throwing some frags at the extraction or waiting and overwatching the extraction before moving in and so on. I agree that this is a shallow explanation coming from Nikita and things can still be done here. We will have to wait and see, I guess, but in real life, if you know that someone is gonna go somewhere, you will definitely prepare an ambush, so it is realistic. I'm gonna mention some other interesting news. EFT will be on Steam after release, said Nikita, and also probably on some other platforms, gaming platforms. There is a plan to link the sensitivity of the scope to the zoom level, so more zoom, less sensitivity. The spawning system cannot wait for late players to spawn in the game, so late players or late spawns are for now unavoidable, but Nikita promised a rework here. Spawning scavs in front of players will be one more time corrected. The reason why there are lots and lots of scav players is the adding of more spawn time windows for player scavs. The time on locations was increased on spot by Nikita, more time for the raids from now on. A replay system is also planned according to the podcast, but it's not clear here when and how, at least from what I understood. Balancing loot is a main priority for the devs, where it spawns, how much, new additions like more keys spawning inside jackets and so on. Nikita loves the concept of not playing in patterns, that's why randomizing stuff, adding airdrops, adding sniper scavs without letting people know, random events and so on. Face customization with some basic features is planned and will be added in the future. Playing as a scav boss will be added, probably as a DLC. Steam audio and VoIP are going to be added the next year and are also main priorities. Compass, binoculars and probably rangefinders will also be added in the near future. The compass will not work magically, so you will have to make it work, like by taking it out or checking the time as you check the watch normally on your wrist. Streets of Tarkov will be the next map added, but most likely in 6 months or so. Nikita wants to make it in 6 months. If that's possible or not, we're going to see. It's not easy to create something great in no time, I would say. What is confusing for me is the fact that we already have some footage with Streets of Tarkov, if you watch some other development videos from the devs. With the addition of big maps or major hideout features, there will be wipes. The addition of healing your character at the rapist will be added. Also, some flea market quality of life changes like the view barter trades option. Face shields being a bit dirty is intended, but cleaning the shield may be a possibility in the future. Nikita is having a look at the head hitbox because he thinks that the ears hitbox could be a bit too big. There are plans for adding contusion and deafening for being very close to shots. The devs want to improve the inventory system by maybe adding med bags with only meds or war belts. Quality of life changes to the flea market, as I said, are planned, to weapon presets as well. Expect some surprises from Nikita in the nearest future. He didn't want to reveal anything, so we'll have to wait a bit, but I guess we'll have some surprises for either Christmas or end of the year. Also expect the third part of the Tarkov book and also a possible third part of the raid series before the end of the year. The riot shield was made just for fun and you will not be able to take it into the stash, according to Nikita. In the future there will be 2 different game modes, one with more wipes for players who want to start adventure again and again, and the main game mode, I'm not sure what Nikita means by this, I guess we'll have to wait. Graphics cards durability is planned. All keys which have repetitive utilities will have durability. The possibility to heal different body parts will be added, similar to when you choose what mag to reload by holding R. Very interesting feature, right? Let's talk a bit about the leaks. There are 2 new medical leaks. The injector, which will be customizable to a certain extent by the player. Nikita said that this means the player will craft the meds he wants to put in the injector himself and then add them and then use them. These meds will give you the option to override some penalties and boost some skills. It is not clear how the injector will work, at least not for me, so I would say let's just wait. The XSAT hemostatic is a sponge injection which is aimed to stop the bleeding but shouldn't cure the affected limb. In real life it's only designed to stop the bleeding in areas that cannot be patched with normal bandages. The victim will then be taken to a hospital or an improvised facility and then taken care of. Apparently, in real life, the XStat has some issues with not being able to put enough pressure on the wound, according to a comment I read on my channel. Thank you for the info, I forgot which one of you guys wrote it. Several weapons have been leaked as well. The SR-25 is a designated marksman rifle or semi-automatic sniper rifle designed and manufactured by Knight's Armament Company. According to the wiki, Eugene Stoner, the designer of the weapon, took the numbers from the AR-10 and the AR-15 and put them together, creating this DMR. It will probably shoot 7.62 by 51 rounds, and it's definitely a competitor to the RSAS. If you want to know more about this rifle, have a look at FPS Russia's video about it, the link is down below. Another great addition will be the Asus T5000, a Russian-made bolt-action sniper rifle, very robust, good-looking and apparently with a lot of customizing options. The VPO 215, it's another addition to the game. We will see how this TKM rifle will behave. I have no idea how effective and useful will be, but yeah, let's see. And the last leak from yesterday is the Brugge and Tomet MP9. The MP9 is a 9x19 machine pistol, a development of the Steyr TMP, according to the wiki. Cool addition as a secondary weapon in case you decide to play with sniper rifles. Too bad that SMGs are pretty useless against Ironmans and late in the game. So as you see, a very interesting podcast with a lot of great info, and with Nikita being one more time close to the community, answering questions, taking feedback from the players and writing down notes. Overall, great questions from the Russian streamers, great podcast. That was it from me. Don't forget to like and sub if you liked the video, or if you haven't subscribed yet. Also remember the t-shirts and to use the code RED7 if you plan to purchase one. Thank you for watching, and patrons, thank you very much for the awesome support. Wish you a great weekend and talk to you in the next video. I stream on Twitch 5 to 6 days per week starting at 9:30 AM CET time. Come and visit me there. If only 10% of you guys join for a while, I will definitely be on the first page on Twitch for Escape from Tarkov. And believe me, I really need your help now that I am at the beginning with my streaming / content creating career. Take care and also focus on real life. Tarkov and the hideout are important, but so is school and socializing. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Take care and have a great day. RED7 out. Peace.